Anthony Slater here with Eric Horn. We're inside the bowels of Chesapeake Energy Arena again after another shocking, I don't know, maybe tonight wasn't as shocking because we saw it in Game 3, but the Thunder blow the Warriors out again tonight, by more than 20 points. Now take a commanding 3-1 series lead over this historic Warriors team. As always, our Thunder videos are brought to you by J. Marshall Square, Oklahoma City's only big house apartment community. Eric, the final tonight, I have to look at it to believe it again, 118-94. Thunder look like the better team clearly in this series.
Another comprehensive performance from the Thunder offensively and defensively. I mean, they're still getting consistent performances from all the guys who need to be playing well. You can't really point out anybody who really didn't have a great game for the Thunder tonight.
Yeah. The stat line that pops out immediately, 36 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists for Russell Westbrook, a triple-double. Hits I'd say maybe the game ceiling three from the corner, high fives his brother. Check that out on the front page of the Oklahoman in tomorrow's section. But, dominated the game, dominates his matchup with Steph Curry. Steph Curry finishes 6 of 20, 6 turnovers. Him and Draymond Green, just nightmare performances.
Oh, and it was really a Chesapeake Energy Arena crowd that kind of fed off of that vitriol that was kind of directed towards Draymond Green.
Signs and boos galore.
From the onset, you had people just booing Green incessantly, and he had one of the worst games he's had in his career. And the Thunder really took advantage of him being lazy with the ball, picking him from behind, and again, tremendous performance.
Russell Westbrook gets 4 steals. Kevin Durant has 4 steals. Durant has been fantastic defensively this series. He was everywhere, deflecting everything with the small ball lineup that's now outscored the Thunder, I think, was something like 91-34, something like that in the last 2 games. But 5 steals, team high 5 steals for Andre Robertson, who probably played his most important game as a member of the Thunder. Maybe it was Game 6 against the Spurs when he went off, but tonight, if you look at his stat line, 40 minutes for Andre Robertson. He's a plus 26, 17 points, 12 rebounds, 5 steals, 3 assists, 2 blocks. He's having a great 2 games at least.
Billy Donovan has found something, and he's finding Andre Robertson playing with the most confidence he's had in his entire career. And the things that Robertson did tonight, the scoring, that's unexpected from him. The rebounding is something you'd expect from him. The steals, hustling back on defense. His assists, to me, some of the passes he's making, some of the bravery he's having in his pass. You've never seen it from him before. Some of the bounce passes he's making, and penetration, and kicking the guys for layups and stuff. It's really...
It's the story of this run, is that he's doing stuff we've never seen from him before. Dion Waiters is steadier than he's ever been before. Adams is a better player than he ever was. Thunder's just getting so much from everywhere, and because of it, 3-1 series lead. They have a chance to close this thing out in Oracle Arena on Thursday night. It's going to be a raucous environment, but also I would expect a nervous one, considering what their team, who they were probably sure was going to win the title, is now facing elimination early in a series.
This is a team that hadn't lost back-to-back games all season. And they're going back home, and they've got to feel a little bit wounded after coming out of here and getting pretty much pasted in 2 games. And the Thunder has dominated play for a majority of the minutes in this entire series. It's going to be interesting to see how the Warriors respond.
Yeah, let's check out some of the post-game videos, see what everyone had to say.
Just my energy. A lot of guys chipped in tonight, not just myself. I thought Andre was a big key for us tonight. Just making plays and doing different things that doesn't come up in the stat sheets. But I just thought energy was good tonight.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma. Kevin, a lot of emotion in the building because of Draymond Green. The crowd was into it way before tip-off, those kinds of things. Did you guys have to worry about your emotions and playing within yourself and keeping things at a cool level? And also with that, late in the game, you got a block on Green late. The game was pretty much over. You celebrated with a pretty emphatic fist pump. Was that because of the victory or because that was Draymond?
Well, we didn't, and I'm trying to answer this question the right way, but, in practice yesterday and the shoot around this morning, we wasn't focused on what, happened, with the kick and all that stuff. We were just trying to focus on having a good practice, having a good shoot around, having, a winning mindset. And, so all that stuff didn't affect us. And we knew our crowd was going to be into it a little bit more because of what happened. But we didn't, we tried not to think about that. We just tried to focus on us. And I think at the end of the game, you get a block, man. Those are, just good plays. And I'm just excited about it, just trying to play with passion every chance I get.
These guys have been doing it all season long, not just tonight, not just in this series, but all season long. You know, we constantly got to keep trusting in those guys, and those guys just came through. They put in the work every day. It's not one of those nights where it showed, and you know, we definitely gonna continue to trust them, and we're gonna need everybody to get where we need to get to.
Royce Young, ESPN.com. Russ, in the third quarter, Clay had kind of that eruption, scored 19 points. You seem to really just kind of take the game over, just kind of relentlessly attack. You've done that sort of thing a lot throughout your career. Is there a moment where you just something clicks and you just say, I just got to go just force the ball in the bucket?
I just try to read the game. You know, they made a few shots, and I know my energy and my aggression can kind of impact the game, and that's what I try to do, especially in that quarter. When shots wouldn't fall for us, just try to attack the basket, use my size and my ability to get to the basket and create some havoc.
Another competitive issue, or did you think maybe it was broader than that in this one?
Did I think it was what?
And like you said the last game was largely about competing.
Yeah. No, I thought we competed tonight, but we didn't play very intelligently. You know, we had way too many turnovers, careless passes. You know, this is probably the longest team in the league that we're facing, and we are continuing to try to throw passes over the top of their outstretched arms. Probably not a great idea. So 21 turnovers, many of them unforced, and then of course, you know, they're taking care of the business on the boards, and you know, we're forcing stops, we're getting stops, but we're not going and getting the ball, and we have to be able to chase down loose balls and long rebounds, and otherwise they're getting just way too many possessions compared to us.
Michael.
Coach Michael Kenny, they had an overwhelming advantage on the free throw line. Was that just them being more aggressive, or just your defense playing a little bit more with hands instead of feet?
We did commit some silly fouls tonight, but also they were very aggressive.
Anthony. Right here.
You guys really kind of kept Andre Roberson in check in the first couple of games. They've kind of switched their scheme, has him as a power forward role. Why has he been able to get loose in career high 17 tonight?
Well, he's a pretty active player, so he got some offensive boards, and he snuck behind our defense a couple of times, and we did not guard him correctly. And you know, he snuck behind for a couple layups in the first half. I think another one in the third quarter. So those hurt, but he played a really good game. So give him credit.
Dean Blevins, CBS Oklahoma City, had the same question, but I'll ask you about Steph, because not the Steph that we're used to seeing, and I wondered if there was anything other than just not shooting it well tonight, Steve, or is injury issue, or?
You know, he's not injured. You know, he's coming back from the knee, but he's not injured. He just had a lousy night. It happens, and even to the best players in the world. So tough night for Steph, and he'll bounce back.
Coach, the mobility, another tough question. The mobility from him just wasn't the same, and he was missing shots tonight in the paint, missing in the restricted area. How much did the length from that Thunder team hurt him tonight?
Hurt who?
Hurt Steph.
Oh, Steph. Yeah, I mean, their length is impressive, you know, at every position. And so, you know, some of the open shots that we're used to getting, they're not quite as open. And so they did a great job defensively. We did have some open ones that we missed, but I give them credit.
Jenny.
Hey Steve, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoma. Russell Westbrook triple-double tonight, but what about his performance tonight troubles you most? What do you guys most need to turn around to negate some of what he's doing out there?
Well, we're trying to keep him out of the paint and keep him, you know, out of transition. So when you have 21 turnovers, it's going to be pretty hard to guard Russell. So you got to take care of the ball better.
His hands on basketballs tonight.
I'm very surprised. I would be lying to you if I wasn't. I mean, it did bother us tonight, like you said. Uncharacteristic game for us, too many turnovers. Lucky for us, we're going home and just got to get that win at home and go from there. I mean, just get what we do, just get back what we do best, and that's just playing with great energy on defensive end, moving that ball on the offensive end, and I know we'll show up, and obviously it's a long ways from over. That's what our mindset is. Just take care of, one possession at a time, get our rest tomorrow, and go from there.
Hey, Clay, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press, Democrat. After Game 3, the thought with most of the people on your team seemed to be it wasn't really what the Thunder was doing to take things away from you, that you guys hadn't played well. Do you still feel that way after this game, or are you concerned that they do present some matchup problems for you guys?
I mean, obviously a little bit of both. You can't discredit what they did. I mean, they used their length, forced us into probably half those turnovers we made tonight. Other than that, we just weren't as sure with the balls we should have been. I think we did have success there in the second half of spreading them out and getting to the rim, and we did take one positive is we did limit them to 46 points in the second half. So if we watch the film and know what we did right, we'll be in a good position. And lucky for us, we're so great at home that this really sucks right now, and it's a terrible feeling to not even get one here. But you can't. We just got to play a desperation, like our lives on the line on Thursday, and go from there.
Standing in the corner, not being guarded, to an offensive threat. How has the game plan changed, and how have you changed what you're doing on the court?
I'm just doing what's given to me. Taking what's given to me. You're not gonna guard me. Staying in the corner, shoot three. But at the same time, I gotta move, and they throwing different defenses at us. So I, cut, move, screen, keep the defense on the heels, and get basketball.
In the first half, when they were following you intentionally and missing the shots, you looked a little down. How did you regroup and get your confidence back?
I just stuck with it. Teammates believing in me, coach believing in me. A couple of them didn't fall. I stuck with it. Still got a whole half to play. Went out there to play basketball the best I can. Cutting, moving, shooting. So went out there and got it done.
After Game 3, when Russell Westbrook apologized to you guys, saying it was his fault, he was doing too much, he had to get other players involved, what difference have you seen in Russ?
I wouldn't necessarily put the loss on his shoulders, but I definitely see a difference in him after that game. Definitely trying to get everybody involved, passing and making the right play, whether it's them attacking or dishing to other guys. So he's definitely doing it on both ends of the floor. But like you said, it starts with him, trickles on down the line. So he does a good job.
Between games 2 and 3, what did you guys see schematically you could do to utilize yourself more? It seems like you're screening more, playing more of like a power forward type role.
Definitely. If they're gonna put it big on me, I'm gonna go ahead and set screen. And let Russ attack downhill. If they try to trap him, I'm wide open for the roll. And I gotta make a play from there, whether it's score or distance to the corner. So that's what we're breaking and utilizing more, as well as playing great defense and getting out of transition. So I feel like both ends of the floor we're doing good.
Teams have sagged off you before, but the way they did it, did you feel disrespected at all in games 1 and 2, watching film and feeling like you kind of needed to answer that?
Definitely felt disrespected, but I'm still going out there, playing the game I love, and going out there and making plays. Whether it's setting screens, cutting, shooting the ball, I'm gonna go out there and make a play.
5 straight games with a 3 for you, career high. Just what's your shot feeling like right now?
I feel good. Just a testament to all the hard work I put in. Just going out there and shoot with confidence. Sometimes a lot of pressure to make that one shot, go out there, but when you get multiple, it makes it that much easier. So just going out there, let it fly. I have the utmost confidence. I know my teammates trust me, coach trusts me. They tell me to shoot it every time, so I'll go out there and let it fly.
How about from a passing standpoint? You had a couple assists the last couple games, fed Russ tonight. Are you feeling more comfortable with playmaking a little bit?
Definitely. I'm a basketball player, man. To be honest, I can go out there and do it all. In my opinion, just gotta be put in situations, and I feel like we're doing a great job of utilizing everybody's skill set and their ability to do what they do.
Andre, every time you back against the wall when you came out of college to now, or you weren't expected to be a first-round pick, you weren't expected to be in a rotation. You starting for a Western Conference Finals team tonight. People leaving you open. You get a career high. Did you envision any of this? Have you always had the confidence that you could be this player?
I just stuck with it every day. To be honest, I was underdog every time growing up. To be honest, nothing has changed. I like being underdog, in my opinion. So I go out there, play my game. I work hard, it pays off. So.
Andre, how much credit has to be given to Billy Donovan for where this team is at right now?
I give all the credit to him. You know, he said it since day one. He believed in everybody. You know, he's changed a lot as far as our defense and offensive schemes, and we just trusted and believed in it. And he said since day one he's going to do the best he can for everybody and put everybody in the right position to succeed, and I feel like he's doing a great job.
What has he done with you to get you in a position to be succeeding the way you are right now?
You know, just allow me to play freely. Don't have to have a wide open shot, take it, and making the right plays, putting Kevin and Russell in positions where they like to be and get downhill and they get a double team. I'm wide open, so I gotta go out there and knock it down. It's just making the game simple. It's just making it simpler for everybody. Sometimes I feel like we overthink it, and then I just feel like these last couple months, we really stuck together, played together, and playing the right basketball.
Andre, when you hit a shot early, does it kind of get you in a groove? Does it make you feel more confident? Not just shooting, but the rest of the game.
I mean, yeah, it makes you feel a little better. I mean, in my opinion, the ball is an energy pill for everybody. But I try not to look at it like that. Because I go out there, I got a job to do and defend the best player. But when you're scoring the ball, it makes it that much better. It gets everybody riled up, especially when everybody's clicking on the right page and everybody's scoring. So when we do that, we're a hard team to beat.
Are you still amazed by Russ and KD and just the plays they can make on the basketball court?
Yeah, they make some great plays, man. Shooting over defenders, shooting over, taking on double teams, doing this, doing that. I mean, they're great players, and rightfully so. They're probably going down in the Hall of Fame one day. So, we just got to take advantage of the team we got and go from there.
Dre, how was the crowd tonight?
The crowd was amazing. Best I've ever done in a while, definitely for sure. Best ever, to be honest. But we fed off of them tonight. We know we're not gonna have it on the road coming up, so we're gonna go out there, do the best we can, take the win.
What kind of growth and development have you seen?
Why do you think playing small has worked for you guys?
No idea, but it's just good. I feel like our players are good enough to defend them wherever. And our game plan is it's all credit to the scouting. Darko, he's an amazing boy. He just comes up with really good game plans. Everyone's on the same page. Yeah, get good results really.
Stephen, did you wear any protective gear going in tonight's game?
Whereabouts, mate?
In your lower region.
Yeah, lower region.
Yeah.
Nice, near the region. No, I didn't. I was sitting down. No, I didn't. Was seriously considering it though, but I don't know. If it's second time's a coincidence, third time's a trend. That's all right. So having a third time, mate, I'm definitely all there.
Well, the way Serge played in the small ball lineups when you were out tonight, I mean, what impact do you think that had on the team?
Oh, it's huge. Obviously, with a man of that size and being able to still guard the little. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
That's a sold in different states, mate.
Good to see you.
So if he's able to come in and just pretty much, I'm doing the same to you. Okay, he's able to come in and just guard the guards and stuff. Players smaller than him. That's great because then he's also a huge factor on the rebounding end. Big presence at the rim. That's pretty much what's really great about him being out there and having that sort of impact. Alters a ton of shots, and obviously he could bang down a 3 or 2.
Stephen, how much credit has to go to Billy Donovan right now for how well this team is?
What has been the difference? Is it a game plan? Is it the way you're playing? What's the difference?
I think with the game plan and physicality, we're coming out there with a lot of force and a lot of energy. And from the starters to the bench guys, and everybody coming out with a lot of energy. And I'm saying this every time we see with the game plan, and we just go out with 100%.
People talk a lot about role players playing well at home but not on the road. As one of those players who comes into play so well, do you notice the difference? Does it affect how you play personally?
I mean, I don't really look at how I personally have a good game, bad games. It's all about the team. I think in playoffs, the regular season, you have to put your ego. You want to win a championship. And you know what? That's what we do. I think everybody's playing together. We share the ball, and just playing unbelievable out there right now.
What's it been like for Dre to do what he's done the last couple games, especially offensively?
It's amazing, man. You know, offensively and defensively, he's been unbelievable. You know, whole this series, you know, he's bringing a lot. He's coming out with a lot of energy, and he's just bringing a lot, and he's putting a lot on the table.
Did you guys see something between games 2 and 3, the way they were kind of ignoring him, that you could exploit on those cuts?
Definitely, you know, the game 2 over there and game 3, they were ignoring him. They were putting, you know, and they were putting Bogut in the middle, and they weren't really guarding him. And you know, everybody told him just shoot the ball. They just shot, and he's been doing an amazing job, kind of hustling every position.
And as y'all are going more to that small ball lineup with Serge at the 5, what is Serge bringing in terms of his play when y'all go to that lineup?
He's just going out there and hustling, man. You know, he's just making shots. He got a lot of confidence in himself right now, and he's just having fun and just blocking all the shots, and he's protecting them really well.
Where's the energy coming from for Serge? It looks like he's been really energized in this playoffs.
Just his work ethic. He just been working every day for the practice, after the practice, and he just did an amazing job.
Steven's banged up. I mean, you're friends with him, and you know how hurt he is right now. How important is it that Serge is playing at the level he's at, that Kevin's playing at the level he's at defensively inside with Steven hurt the way he is?
Well, like you said, you know, Steven is a little banged up, but you know, he doesn't really care. He just want to go out there and keep banging. You know, he doesn't really care. But like you said, you know, if somebody's hurt, the other guys have to, you know, go to ×2 effort. And I think, you know, the Kevin and all these guys doing a really good job.
What happened from your perspective on that play where you and Draymond got tangled up, you went down? They seem to replay that a lot.
Oh, I feel like he kicked, but I don't know if the refs saw that or not. I'm just leaving it. I don't want to say really anything about it. But if you watch the replay, you can see that he kicked, obviously. So I'm just leaving it. I don't want to really say anything.